Have you ever been told that to eat healthier or to lose weight, you have to give up your favorite foods? Well, what if I told you that there was a better way? A way for you to still enjoy your favorite foods and hit your health goals. Here's the truth, and here is what diet culture doesn't want you to know. When you're told that you can't have something, you crave even more of it. This is exactly why going cold turkey on your favorite foods just doesn't work in the long term. I know because I've been there, stuck in that cycle of cravings, restriction, overeating, and guilt. It's exhausting, right? But here is the good news. Smart swaps changed everything for me, and I want the same for you too. Today, I'm sharing some healthy food swaps that will allow you to lose weight, feel satisfied, and feel nourished, all without deprivation. These are the exact foods and strategies that I use to overcome overeating and to ultimately lose weight and lose 30 pounds and been able to keep it off for about 10 years now. So before we dive in, if you're struggling with cravings and overeating like I was, I want to invite you to join my Swap It, Don't Stop It challenge. My challenge gives you the step-by-step system to overcome cravings without giving up those foods that you love. As a busy professional woman, hey, I get it. I know your time is precious, and that's exactly why I've made this challenge quick, actionable, with practical steps that you can fit into your busy, hectic life. If you're ready to transform your relationship with food, then click on that link in the description to learn more, or you can just check out this QR code right here. Now let's dive into these game-changing swaps. Swap number one is all-purpose flour. So instead of all-purpose flour, I want you to try oat flour or buckwheat flour instead. So look, all-purpose flour is probably one of the most common ingredients in many people's kitchens, but it's actually really processed, it's bleached, and it's completely removed of any sort of nutrients whatsoever. So instead, I want you to try some of these alternatives. So the first one is buckwheat flour. It's gluten-free, has a nutty flavor, and it's full of fiber, which is gonna help to keep you feeling fuller for a longer period of time. It's also rich in that anti-stress mineral magnesium, which may also help to stabilize your blood sugar levels as well. The next one is oat flour, which is a budget-friendly favorite on this list. The great thing about oat flour is that it is so easy to make. All you do is just take some oats, pop them in your blender, and boom, you got oat flour. And the bonus is you can enjoy it for your breakfast too. Maybe not the oat flour, but the actual oats themselves. Oats are packed with fiber, which helps to slow down your digestion, which may help you to feel fuller for a longer period of time. I'm actually gonna add coconut flour to this list as well for my low carb peeps, because I know in the comments some of you said, hey, I'm following a low carb lifestyle. What can I try? So I would recommend coconut flour. A little goes a long way because it's really highly absorbent, but what I really love is that it has a bit of a subtle sweetness to it as well. So it's perfect if you're baking with it or even making pancakes with it, which is what I do sometimes. So to get started with these swaps, I would recommend that you swap out about 25% of your all-purpose flour with one of these flours instead, just to kind of dip your toes in the water and get started. All right, so the next swap is instead of white sugar or artificial sweeteners, I want you to try coconut sugar instead. So if there is one sugar that is the go-to in this kitchen right here, it is coconut sugar, and here is why. So as a nutritionist, when I'm helping people to eat healthier, I don't like recommending just one food that you can only use in like one recipe. The beauty about coconut sugar is that you can use it in so many different things. It's what I put in my coffee in the morning, and it's also the sugar that I like to bake with as well. So I like coconut sugar because it's lower on the glycemic index. That means that it doesn't spike your blood sugar as much. So here's some science for you in simple terms. When you eat a lot of processed sugar, it actually allows your body to produce more insulin, which can actually increase your cravings. It's a vicious cycle, but coconut sugar may help you to avoid that vicious trap. I think the best part about this one is that your taste buds won't even know the difference. Neither will your husband or your kids. I know my husband doesn't. So if you want to check this out, I actually have a lot of recipes on this channel where you can check out how I use coconut palm sugar. But to get started, maybe try my chocolate chip cookies, which are also made with chickpea flour. I didn't mention that as one of the flours, but that is another one of my favorite flours as well. So I use chickpea flour, I use coconut sugar, and I'm telling you, you won't even notice the difference. All right, so be prepared to lick your lips and snatch up them crumbs. All right, so the next swap, instead of butter, I want you to try applesauce, unsweetened, or some mashed bananas, or maybe even some cooked red lentils. Now I know some of you are like, red lentils? Stick with me, folks. I got you covered on that one. I'm gonna get to that one in a second. So if you're looking to reduce calories in your baking, as well as still making sure you're adding in that moisture, to get started, try replacing maybe half of the butter in your recipe with unsweetened applesauce or some mashed bananas instead. Your baked goods will still be delicious, but they'll also have some added fiber. All right, so let's talk about about my absolute secret weapon, which is red lentils in baking. Look, I am telling you. Okay, this is so simple. All you do is take some red lentils, you cook them up, and you swap out the butter with the red lentils instead. This is exactly what I use in my award-winning chocolate chip coconut lentil blondies. That is a mouthful. And it is a mouthful because they're absolutely delicious, and they're also actually award-winning as well. And again, my husband didn't even know the difference when I took out the butter and put in the lentils. He just snatched those up and he was like, these are absolutely delicious. I think he actually ate more of them than I did. The best thing about it is when you add lentils into your baking, lentils are really high in protein as fiber. So you're getting both of those important nutrients into a dessert. So if you guys want to check that out, I will pop a link in the description so you can check out those coconut chocolate chip lentil blondies. Hope I got the name right. All right, so the next swap I want you to make is instead of canola oil or vegetable oil, I want you to use coconut oil instead. So coconut oil as well as vegetable oil, they are highly processed and they're also really high in omega-6 fatty acids, which may cause inflammation in the body. So we always want to make sure that we're adding in as many of those foods as possible that help to reduce inflammation, right? So if we're eating things that have too much omega-6 in the diet, then we want to make sure we're offsetting that by adding more foods that are rich in omega-3s. I wasn't even planning on talking about this, but this is why I want you to minimize, not coconut oil, this is why I want you to minimize canola oil and vegetable oil. So here's the thing about inflammation, and this is why this is important, especially if you're watching this and you're trying to lose weight. A lot of people will not tell you that inflammation can be a hidden barrier to weight loss. So again, we want to make sure we're adding in those anti-inflammatory foods. All right, so we're swapping out that canola oil and that vegetable oil. We're adding in the coconut oil instead. So coconut oil is also what I use in my baking as well as a substitute for butter. So coconut oil is really great for high heat cooking. They're also a really great source of medium chain fatty acids, which your body uses for quick energy rather than being stored as fat. I also might pop maybe about a teaspoon into my morning smoothie as well. It's really delicious in a blueberry smoothie, by the way, let me tell you. Oh, a chocolate smoothie too. So at this point, you might be thinking, well, these healthy swaps are sounding great, but how do I actually put this into action? Well, this is where my swap it, don't stop it challenge comes in. So look, for years, I hid in baggy clothes, I hid from the camera, I just had anxiety in social situations because I didn't feel confident because of the way that I look. I felt really self-conscious about my body. I had tried diet after diet only for it to not work and then to have me feeling frustrated and just feeling like I wanted to give up. And I was just like, what is the point? Because I'm never gonna be able to figure this out. The game changer for me was discovering that I didn't have to give up the foods that I love. I just had to find a way to make them healthier with some of the swaps that I'm sharing with you in this video. So things like my chocolate avocado cookies, which are on this channel, the chocolate chip lentil blondies that I talked about earlier, things like that. I didn't have to give up my favorite foods. I just had to make 1 or 2 ingredient swaps just to make them a little bit healthier. These smart swaps allow me to still enjoy the foods that I love while also helping me to release the weight. Now I can walk into the room with confidence. No more hiding from photos, no more anxiety about somebody taking my picture and me not being aware of it. No more turning down invitations because nothing fits, and I want the same for you too. This is exactly why I created my Swap It, Don't Stop It challenge. Inside the challenge, I'll share with you how to implement these swaps into your daily life. I also talked about mindset shifts as well, because sometimes our mindset can be a barrier to losing weight or eating healthier as well. As a busy professional woman, I get it. Sometimes at the end of the day, you're exhausted and you just happen to give into those foods that you know are not serving you, that you know are not good for you. Trust me, I was there and I get it. When you join the challenge, you'll get instant access to 5 practical video lessons so you can start implementing these healthy food swaps and healthier narratives into your life right away. The link is waiting for you in the description, or you can check out this QR code right here. All right, so back to our swaps. So if you love a creamy salad dressing like I do, then I want you to swap out those store-bought creamy salad dressings for tahini instead. And I'm telling you, protein and healthy fats, when I started increasing both of those in my diet, that is when everything changed for me in terms of weight loss. The great thing about tahini is that it's also high in calcium and iron, which are nutrients that a lot of women aren't getting enough of. And in fact, a lot of women are deficient in calcium. So I use tahini to make a creamy salad dressing. I also add it to soups, and I also use it as a base for dips as well. You can also add it into cookies too, but in true transparency, I haven't tried that one yet, so I cannot recommend that one, but I'm sure it might taste good. I don't know. So the next swap is, instead of mayo, I want you to use an avocado smash instead. So avocado mash is another one of my secret weapons. You just slice up some avocado, put it on your bread, and just smash it up a little bit, and I'm telling you, so good. Avocados are loaded with monounsaturated fats, which are really great for your brain. They actually help with mental clarity and helping to alleviate brain fog. So that is super important when you need to stay focused on those busy days. The other great thing about avocados that a lot of people don't talk about is that it's also a decent source of fiber as well, which is gonna help to keep you feeling fuller for a longer period of time. Okay, so you guys are sensing a theme maybe with these food swaps, right? They're great sources of protein, they're great sources of healthy fats, and they're great sources of fiber. These are all of the things that are gonna allow you to feel more satisfied to help to minimize those cravings. All right, so the next swap, instead of mashed potatoes, I want you to try cauliflower mash. And look, don't knock it till you try it, because it's actually very delicious. This swap completely blew my mind the first time I tried it. When I heard about this, I was like, there is no way that a cauliflower mash is gonna satisfy my mashed potato craving. But let me tell you, if you prepare it in the right way, it just might. So here is a huge misconception when it comes to losing weight. When losing weight, we're always told that we have to eat way less, when actually you should be eating more of the right foods like cauliflower, which is also a really great source of fiber. So all you gotta do is steam some cauliflower, just drain it, put it in a bowl, and I would add like a splash of almond milk, some salt, some pepper, some garlic, maybe a little bit of Dijon mustard. I'm telling you, you won't really taste the mustard, but it just adds a lot of flavor. Then I'll take my immersion blender and I'll just kind of like mash it up a little bit. Then you have like these fluffy cauliflower mashed potato situation. I'm telling you guys, so good. If you try it, let me know in the comments. In addition to fiber, cauliflower is also rich in B vitamins, and B vitamins are also really important for mood support and mood stabilization. Cauliflower also has compounds that helps to support your body's natural detoxification process, which is perfect for weight loss. Oh, by the way, if you haven't checked out my video on the best foods to detox your body naturally, make sure to check that one out. I'll pop a link in the description for you. So the next swap, instead of honey or other sugars, I want you to try dates. No, I'm not saying anything is wrong with honey, unless you're getting like the processed honey. So I'm talking about the honey, I'm trying to avoid saying names here, but the honey that comes in the bottle with the little yellow hat on the top, that's the type of honey that we want to avoid. If we are consuming honey, we want to go for the raw honey instead. Okay, so dates can also be another great natural sweetener as well. If you're making energy bites, if you're making a smoothie, if you're making ice cream, I'm telling you, add some dates into the mix. So unlike other sweeteners, dates are packed with fiber that helps to slow down your blood sugar absorption. So this gives you stable energy rather than those spikes and those crashes. They're also rich in potassium, which may help to alleviate bloating. And again, if you're looking for some foods to help to relieve bloating, make sure to check out my Detox Foods video. So look, I am obsessed with all things caramel. So dates are what I use to make my caramel sauce, my salted caramel sauce for my salted caramel chickpea cake. Look, let me tell you, okay? After I made this caramel sauce, I just wanted to put a spoon right into the container and just eat the caramel and just forget about the cake. It was that good. So again, dates can really be a really great natural sweetener that offer a lot of other nutrients as well. So these swaps have transformed not just my weight, but also my relationship with food. I no longer feel controlled by cravings or guilty after eating, and I want the same thing for you too. If you're serious about taking control of your eating without depriving yourself of your favorite foods, if you need a reset, then I want you to check out my Swap It, Don't Stop It challenge. Inside, I'll show you how to implement these swaps in real life. You'll also learn some mindset shifts to help you to stop emotional eating, stress eating, and overeating so that you can finally lose weight and achieve your health goals. There's a link in the description for you to check it out, or you can just check out this QR code right here. Now, don't forget to check out my next video where I share some of my top strategies for curbing cravings for good.